Fallen, Red Legion, even those blasted Taken. All fighting to see who can get our attention first. What do you say we give it to them?
So, here we are. You've filled up your book of grinding dreams, armed yourself with every exotic Zer's ever offered, and heard the scream of Omnigull just a few too many times. In short, you're very ready for Destiny 2. I'm Louise Blaine from GamesRadar Plus, and I've been hands-on with Destiny 2's European Dead Zone, or catchily, the EDZ. Here's 7 things Guardians can't miss on their trip to Earth. 1. Go on adventures. No, I'm not just telling you to head out and shoot things for fun and call it an adventure, although you can of course do that quite happily. The EDZ has literal adventures to go on with a capital A. Indicated by orange swords on your destination map, adventures are mini quest storylines that break away from the main campaign. Not only can you see them on the map, you can see what kind of gear you'll get for completion and the recommended level to take on the hordes. It makes a great break from traditional story or public events, and adventures aren't just a case of go to X and shoot Y. Each one has multiple sections, and they're perfect little slices of action with some great writing and the usual banter in your ear. One of the adventures I loaded up meant transmatting a slew of explosive traps and ambushing stacks of unfortunate Cabal forces. Oh, and yes, Destiny 2 has explosive barrels.
I could hear the explosions all the way back here. I bet it was quite a show.
Which means the Fallen and Red Legion heard it too. We'll let them shoot at each other for a while and clean up whatever's left. Great work.
2. Meet Devrim K. We've got so used to the same Destiny characters that a fresh face is always going to be shiny and new, but Devrim K, the ruggedly handsome overseer of the EDZ, is instantly likeable.
I've heard quite a few new voices over the comms lately. Hawthorne says we have you to thank for that.
This gentleman sniper is permanently parked peering from the window of Trosslands Church, and you'll be heading there often for drops of new gear. You can level up with Devrim by collecting EDZ tokens from around the world, each one increasing your standing with him for rewards. EDZ tokens can be found in loot chests everywhere, as well as from public events and general do-goodery against the Fallen and Co. And you're going to get used to his dulcet tones fast, as he's one of the main voices you'll find in your ear in many of the adventures across the EDZ. Plus, I've heard he makes a mean cup of tea.
It's difficult for the young to recognize the wisdom of experience.
3. Take in the scenery. Okay, this might sound like a cop-out, but the EDZ is incredibly lush and beautiful to look at. If you're the kind of Guardian that likes to pose themselves for Twitter and Facebook, you're going to find plenty of Kodak moments. Wrecked cities, destroyed cars, and roads reclaimed by nature are everywhere. Public events take place around statues or out splashing around in pools, and everything is lush and alive. Throw in the upgraded visuals and a sweeping soundtrack, and Destiny has never felt this alive. Ironic, really, given how many things want you actively dead. 4. Take on public events. Public events are back, but there's no more guessing exactly where and when you'll find one. The destination map shows you exactly where you'll find the Cabal mining or interrupt a nefarious Fallen attempt at Glimmer extraction. And there's even a countdown to make sure everyone can get together. This makes complete sense when you find out that this time around, public events come in 2 flavours, regular and heroic. As you'd expect, heroic public events hand over even more tasty loot when a chest appears in the middle. It's a little unclear exactly how you'll trigger the heroic events, but taking down specific ships appears to make a difference and up the ante and the rewards. Everyone seems to really like mining the EDZ, but there's plenty of variation with high value targets to take down and scooting across the world as Fallen change extraction sites. It's always different and always fun.
You're heading to another site.
5. Hunt down chests.
There will be a ton of loot!
Loot. Loot everywhere. While a chest will plonk down once you and your fellow Guardians have completed a public event, there's also slews of chests hiding across the world. There's a clear sign on the map when you get into looting distance, and it's vital to keep an eye out to earn those precious EDZ tokens for Devrim. 6. Use the destination map. Yay, no more questing just to get to the area of the map that you want to go to. The destination map means that you can see the full EDZ and a number of landing zones for fast travel across the world. Want a public event but don't fancy hoofing it over? Just check your map and zap yourself to the nearest landing zone. Chances are you're going to get distracted on the way there anyway. Helpfully, there's a landing zone near Devrim too, so you can easily turn in your EDZ bits before heading back out. Adventures show up on the EDZ map too, and that's where you can see exactly what you'll earn from each one and what level you have to be. Who knew a map could be this exciting? 7. Dance? And finally, last but never least, there's always time in the EDZ to get your groove on. Either that, or just show how impressed you are by the appalling behaviour of the Fallen with a slow clap or two. So that's our 7 things that you should do in the EDZ in Destiny 2. Just click the boxes on the left for more content from us, and don't forget to hit that big button in the middle to subscribe for more news, reviews and features right here on GamesRadar Plus.
This is great. Anyone want a hug? No hugs.